Hi, welcome back to Game Room Crafts. I'm Kelly. This is the Game Room. Let's play. Today is Skull Sunday, and I have an idea. This, believe it or not, is a Christmas ornament. Got it in a mixed bag of ornaments that we found at it's like an auction sale, and this was a bag. And I know that I've seen similar bags to it that they sell at Amazon, but we got rounds, we got light bulb shapes, we got the Christmas tree ornament shapes. So I decided I'm going to make a light bulb for my brain because, when you have a light bulb moment, it's going to light up the whole room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it yellow, and I'm going to be putting some glow in the dark powder in it. And then, but I need to do the light bulb first. So what I did was, this was an ornament and it came, with the thing attached to the top. I had to cut off the top that this screws on because it was too tall to fit in our skull. And to cut it off, to make it a little shorter, I'm going to cast my brain in yellow, and then maybe I might screw the bottom, glue the bottom back on just to give it that light bulb aesthetic. But I don't know. I don't know that it needs it. Kind of depends on how we decide we're going to do the very bottom of the skull. So first things first, I need to mix up some resin to put into our light bulb ornament. So I'm gonna mix up 2 ounces and see what we get. All right, see in a bit. Oh, my striations are gone. So I'm going to add my colors in, and today I'm using the Royzafar Magic Yellow. I'm gonna go give it a good scoop. By the way, this is 2 ounces of the Hey Clear 1-to-1 epoxy resin. Okay, and now I'm taking the Say So Yellow, and my spoon is not going to fit in there. Oh, but the back will. And I'm going to put a lot in there because I want it to glow. Okay, hopefully that will give us the glow that we are looking for. I'm going to make this up for quite a bit because the glow powder is very grainy, so it takes a lot more to get it incorporated. So I'm going to do the minute 15 and see where we're at. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for a bit to see if any powder comes rising to the top. While I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna check my glow, see if I'm getting what I'm looking for, because I want it to glow inside of the skull. I mean, yeah, it glows. Now, I will say that the yellow does not glow as bright as the green. Yeah. Tap some green in there because the green powder is white, but it glows green. Did you notice that the yellow powder is very orange, and it changed my light bulb, my color to a very orange color, which I don't know that that's what I want. So it's the green in. Let's give it a swirl. Now I don't see any clumps in there, but even if I do get some clumps, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal because when the clumps do get charged, it shines in a way that's just like, woohoo, vavoom. Yeah, I think that's a little better for the glow. Okay, so I'm going to put this in our debubble machine. I will be right back. Okay, we're back, and this has been on a trip to the debubbler. I'm just making sure I scrape down my sides, and here we go. Now I think I'm gonna put it in a cup just in case. I don't want it tipping over. You never can tell what's gonna happen at night because this will sit overnight. I just found a little pocket of powder that had not gotten mixed in good, so I'm smushing it against the side of my cup and slowly folding it in. All right. Wish me luck. Cross your fingers. I know I am. I'm going to put a little bit of alcohol in there. And here we go. Now, if you recall, this was 2 ounces of the Hey Clear 1-to-1 Magic Yellow from Royzafar. And it has yellow and green glow in the dark from Say So. Now, I'm doing something. I don't know if it'll work. but I hope it will. I'm dropping some fishing line down into the center. I want that there so that when we hang it in our skull tomorrow, I will have that little bit of fishing line hanging there, and I'll be able to just use that to suspend it over our skull without having to use a popsicle stick or what have you. So I kind of have it centered. I am not crazy. I know that's not going to stay there in the center, but I'm hoping. I mean, there's nothing wrong with hoping, right? I have some leftover of my glow in the dark, so I'm going to put it into my extras mold. Scrape it down the side of my cup. And actually, before I pour it all the way down, I'm going to put a little bit of glow in the dark in some of my cactuses. Cacti? What is the plural? Anybody know? Put it in comment below. I would love to not be wrong all the time. I'm just gonna, kind of give our points something interesting to talk about. I'll put it in, and I will push it in with my stick, but before that, I'm going to. Yep, that's how I do it. I just pour it over the top, and then I scrape it over with my scrapey spatula. It helps keep them full, kind of get it even. Now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking it's more orange than I wanted it to be, but that's because of the yellow glow in the dark powder, and it didn't occur to me that it was going to change the color that much. Really, honestly, with that kind of color, I didn't really need to add the magic powder. I could have just left it alone, but wasn't thinking, made a mistake. It happens more often than I would like to admit. Good enough for government work. Oh my God, I'm going to be glowing everywhere tomorrow. Seriously. All right, so I'll leave it alone. Wipe my stick off. Wipe my spatula off. There's my polka stick. There it is. I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to make sure that where I did get it, it goes all the way in so I don't end up with bubbles. Some of these already had color in it from the last time I cast, and I'm okay with that. I don't mind multiple colors. Okay, so we are going to leave these guys alone. We will come back tomorrow, and hopefully, oh no! See, I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. I kind of thought about, you know what, I'm going to do it. Have this one on this side that actually has a eye hook on it, and it'll weigh it down. And because of the color, I don't think I'll be able to see it through. So I'm just going to let that sit like that. And hopefully that will give us what we're looking for. Because tomorrow, I want to be able to use that line to suspend it over my skull. All right, we will be back in the morning and see what we got. All right, see you real soon. Okay, what I have here is 8 ounces of the Hey Clear 1:1 epoxy resin, and I have mixed that up. And I'm going to be adding our bling stars. I like the way they're elongated in this silver. I wish that I had this exact kind of shape in gold, but I don't. The only ones that I have are the hollow stars. And I mean, they're okay, but for what I want it for today, this is what I want to use. So I'm going to just I'm not putting a lot. We want to show that the brain, the light bulb moment, is sparking off so many ideas in our brain. So I'm going to mix that in, and I'm going to be adding glue because I want it to suspend throughout. I don't want it all to sink to the bottom. So this is 8 ounces, so we're going to get it 8 drops. Whoop, and one for good luck, apparently. All right, get that squished in. Give it a little bit of a zhuzh, and then it's going into our bubble machine. That's it. It thickened up really fast. See the glue? It's like slime now. I want it all off there because I didn't put very much stars when you consider the amount of resin that is in here. Now, here's the thing. Our skull on a normal day by itself takes 9.5 ounces of resin. But we are displacing that with our light bulb. Now, the light bulb, the frame itself, I don't know. But I know that I took about 1.5 ounces of resin to fill it up. So I subtracted 1.5 ounces from 9 ounces and got 8 ounces. I mean, of course, I might have a little left over because of the actual frame of the bulb itself. But if my math is correct, then we should be okay and not have too much left over. If I do have leftovers, then maybe I'll pour it in a mini skull. I don't know. Okay, so this is going to go into our airless light to get all those bubbles out. And while I do that, I will work on my light bulb. So it is going to be noisy. I apologize. Now, here is our light bulb that we cast last night. And if you remember, I added that fishing line right there. So this is what I want to do. This is the base that goes on the light bulb. I want to glue it back on. I think that with it on, I will be able to still get the whole thing into the skull. Now, these come with a little foam disc that stops it from leaking. I don't need that. Going to do is take our fishing line and try and feed it through the top. Now last night I was thinking, oh, I'm going to put this on top, but then not realizing, oh, I have to get my fishing line through there first. So I smashed it down. So now I need to pop it back up just so I can get my line through there, which I think it should fit now. Yeah, it should fit now. So let's try and feed this through. I'm not very good at this with the fishing line. I mean, I'm sure there's a better way. Yay! Okay. Let me get this out of the way so I'm not messing with it. Okay, so first of all, yes, I can put it on there and it's going to be good. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to glue it on because it no longer has threads. So I want to glue it on to the base of our light bulb. So I'm going to be using my Gorilla Glue. Put my Gorilla Glue here. Okay. I have my little spray here, my activator spray. I'll come straight down onto it. Ah, stop running away from me. And I'm gonna hold it, and I'm gonna hope that that takes. Got a feeling that that's not working, and I need an instant one because I need it to be able to go and get into my resin. Yeah, that's not working. Okay, so that's a bummer. So I'm just simply going to add some hot glue to the cap. That should give us that instant cure I'm looking for. There we go. Well, that's it. And our resin is as bubble free as it's going to get, considering it has glue in it, and glue will always make your stuff bubble more. A little squidge. All right, so now the whole thing is the cap is not holding that. It's just sitting on there and it's glued. So it should be okay if it stays where I wanted it to. All right, so the whole bulb goes into our scully. And so it's not so much that it's floating, because it's not floating. Dang it. And the cap is not sticking the way I want it to. All right, hang on a second. I need to do some thinking.
One eternity later.
Okay, so I got the cap glued on correctly. I used the Adhesive Guru Instant Adhesive and the adhesive spray. And I glued them together. Now, I'm gonna make sure this is clean before I sink it. So I'm spraying it with alcohol. I think I got a little bit of resin on the outside of that bulb, and I don't think I'll be able to get it off. I have craft knife blindness, I swear. I keep putting out a particular craft knife and it keeps disappearing on me. And no, nobody's taking it. I can't seem to ever see it when I need it. Okay, so that came off quite easily. I just ran my knife over it. Okay, all right. So now this is not suspending it so much as it's going to keep it from tipping where I don't want it to tip. Actually, I'm going to pour some of my resin in first. Let's give Mr. Scully a spritz. as I always do. So in goes some of my gloopy doopy mess. And it is gloopy because it has been glued. And then in goes my idea because I'm bright like that. Now I have a feeling he's going to be sitting on the top. I don't want him to be, but he's going to be. I don't have any way to stop him from doing that. Because, yeah, these cups are a little bit too tall. Those cups are too tall. Let's see these cups. Maybe these cups are a little shorter. I'll pour it on this side by the teeth and let it find its way through. Now, our light bulb should be heavy enough that he's not going to float. But we shall see, shall we not? And yeah, I'm coming all the way up to the top. I'm taking the risk. Okay, now I made up 8 because the skull takes a total of 9.5, and I figured the 1.5 from the light bulb was going to displace all that, the remainder 1.5, but no, apparently not. But that's okay, because I kind of wanted to give it a bottom layer of a different color. I don't know what yet, but I'm going to get this out of here. And all my stars, if I can get all my stars out and have them not stick to my cup, that would be awesome. So Mr. Smarty Pants here had a brilliant idea, so bright. He's had a light bulb moment and it's sparking all kinds of thoughts in his head. So that is the idea behind this month's skull. I kind of like that the bottom has that metal cap because, you know, old-fashioned light bulbs anyway had that little metal cap that makes the connection. And I think I got all my stars out. Isn't that wonderful? Seeing as how I didn't put very many stars in the first place. Now, you see all my bubbles. I'm just going to spritz them because I don't want to add heat. I see one right there up against the cap and I don't want it there. So I'm going to try and, pull it away. There's one on the ridge of the cap. There we go. Let's give it a spin and see. Do I have any on this side? No. Good. Okay. I can see that there are micro bubbles, which is odd to me because it didn't have any when I put it in the mixer. I mean the bubble machine. But it is what it is at this point. We are going to let this sit. And no, I'm not going to be using any heat. I'm not putting it in the dehydrator. I'm not using a heat mat. I'm just going to let it sit because I'm in no rush. And we'll be back when it's time to add my final layer. Now, that will take some because what's in here is going to shrink because of the glue. You always get lots of shrinkage on the glue. And oh, look what I see. I see bubbles. Where's my little things fall and I never see them again. All right, let's see if I can do it with this one. I see bubbles right along the edge. Yeah, come on out. There we go. If you bring it towards the center, they're more likely to pop on their own. And if they don't, you can always give them a spritz. So let's just go all the way around because had I not looked at it from that one angle, I never would have saw those 2 pesky little bubbles. Bubbles. There we go. Okay, pop, Mr. Bubble. Right there. You pop. All right, so we'll be back and I'm gonna let this sit for 2 hours and then I will come back and do the final layer. I'm still not sure what color I want to do it in. I will have to consult with the kid, considering this was all her brilliant idea. All right, we will see you in a bit. Okay, we're back and it's been about 2 hours. It is still hot. I'm going to be using, I mixed up here 1 ounce of the Hayclare 1-to-1. I'm going to be using the Chang TQJ Mayan Gold for the base color of the skull. And this is our first time using this color. So fingers crossed. We kind of thought it kind of looked like the metal part of the skull. So it's only 1 ounce. So I'm not going to give it a lot. Cover it before I spill it because I will spill it. And just to see if we can get it a little dissolved before we start mixing it in. I'm going to, no, normally I would mix it with my machine, but this time I'm just going to use my stick. I'm going to mix it in there as best I can. Yeah, actually that kind of does look like that metal cap. So that's good. I'm making sure I don't get any clumpy lumpies. And at the same time, I am scraping my sides and my bottom, getting in that little lip at the bottom of the cup, the ledge where everything hides. Okay, I think it looks like it's mixed in good. So I'm going to get this in my bubble machine and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back and it has had its bubble trip. So first things first, I'm going to snip off, because we don't need it anymore, our fishing line. Gone. We no longer have to worry about that. So that goes put away. Try and flatten this out a little bit more. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell that it tipped a little. And I don't know how that happened, because I had the stick up here on the cups intentionally, and to me it didn't look like it moved, but it is slightly tipped to one side. So whatever. Okay, so here we go. 1 ounce of the Hey Clear 1-to-1. It has been bubbled and it has the Mayan Gold from Chang Tikiji. And that actually blends really well with the color of the cap. Now there is no glue in this section. There was glue in the first section. Can you come see if I'm domed? I think I'm domed. I'm pretty sure.
You are, in fact, domed, I believe.
So no more.
I think so.
Do we want golden cactus? I have some glow in the dark
Okay,
parts.
just go in and fill one of them.
Just one?
Or however
One of the big ones or the little ones?
One of the big ones.
Let's do this one. Maybe we'll be able to use it all. Golden cactus. Okay, kid, maybe you know the answer. Is it when you have multiple cactus? Is it cactuses or is it cacti?
Cactipede.
No, I don't believe it's cactipedes. I'm pretty sure it's not cactipedes.
I think it's cacti.
Cacti.
Could be wrong, but I think it's cacti.
Like if it belongs to the cactus, it's the cactus's flower,
Okay,
right?
sure.
Okay, so I'm going to use the rest of this to make my extras, fill up my extras mold, because I'm about halfway through filling up the squares, and I just made some gems last night. I made some glow-in-the-dark gems. If we get it all filled, we're going to make something with our scraps. What do you think, kid? Scrappy frog?
Scrappy something.
Maybe we'll end up with a scrappy skull. We never know.
Scrappy life-size Pepsi.
Pepsi is scrappy, actually. He's quite scrappy.
Is he?
He is.
Are you Scrappy?
He's spunky. Spunky little dog.
Are you Scrappy? Are you Scrappy too?
He snored. He's so scrappy. He's doing it in his sleep.
He is wide awake. He is
I know.
sitting.
He snores with his eyes open. He's funny.
I think he does it to annoy me.
You're probably right, because the more you tell him to stop, the more he does it. And then sometimes he smiles when he's doing it.
Yeah.
All right, so we will leave Mr. Scully alone. I've got a couple of bubbles come up, so I'm going to spray that down. We're going to leave him alone, and we will come back. Oh, I'm thinking I'll probably leave him overnight. Just because, I probably could do him in 3 or 4 hours. But what time is it now?
3:51.
Yeah, I don't want to do that because
Yeah.
it'll be noisy and yeah.
It's
So I'll
just
probably
too
leave
late
him
to
overnight.
deal with that.
Yeah. By the time 3 or 4 hours goes by, the hubster's sleeping or trying to. The dog wants to go on his walk. So we'll come back tomorrow and unmold him and see if the vision that we had has come to fruition. If our make lives up to the vision in our heads, which sometimes they do, and other times, sometimes they're pleasant surprises, and then other times not so much. Either way, that was smart. I just stuck my glove inside the skull. That was not.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that wasn't smart. There we go. See if they're stuck together tomorrow. All right, we will see you back here as soon as it's time to demold. See you in a bit. And we're back, and it's done. Now we get to find out if I had a bright idea or if it was a dud. I'm going to do a little bit of tape right around the edges so we don't get any resin bits and pieces falling into our mold. All right, pull it away from the jaw, I guess is what it is, and away from the teeth. And I can never remember the best way to demold the skull. You would think by now I would have it.
Best way to do it is effective.
Like whatever works.
Yep. The best way to do it is carefully and effectively.
Okay. So it's out. The light bulb, I guess, did rest at the bottom. Look. Oh. Oh.
Whoa.
It looks like it could have melted.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It bulgy on that side, but
That's weird. It kind of looks less like an idea light bulb and more like an egg. You see what I mean, right?
You
You
see-
see, it's like the inside of an
it was
egg.
a bad idea.
Like if you very carefully peel off the edges, of the shell, and then it's just like the yolk, held inside the membrane.
All right, hit the lights. And it does glow. From the side, it looks more like a light bulb, I'm guessing. A little bit. But yeah, so that was not a good...
It's a radioactive egg.
I'm surprised because the round ornament from the same batch did not do that when we put it in our... What was it we made into a shaker? We put it into something. Maybe it's not. Could it just be
Weird magnification.
a weird magnification from the skull? That's too bad. Which means he was a little too big then for this skull. If he was smaller, if the light bulb was smaller, and it is a magnification thing, then it wouldn't have been a problem. I think it is a magnification because look at the bottom. The bottom is, I mean, it should be even all the way around, and yet it's not. When you look at it, it's not. And I think it's
a popping boba. Giant boba.
That's a disappointment. I worked so hard on him too. But he does glow. Anyway, he glows. Oh, I forgot to get our little cactus out. Let's pop that out.
How dare.
I know, right?
How could you?
I'm only going to take out the one big one because he's done. And the rest of them are not.
They need more filling.
They do need more filling. And again, that does glow. Just like the skull does glow when the light bulb works. When it's charged correctly. But yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm thinking it did melt because if you look at it, there's like it comes to a point on one side, which it did not before I put it into the skull. So like it looks like a drip mark, which it did not look like that before I put it in the skull. So I'm guessing the heat from the amount of resin in here was just too much for it to handle. Maybe if I had poured it in layers, it would not have happened. And I might think about doing it again at some point in time, not anytime soon, because this is an awful lot of resin. It's 9.5 ounces, almost 10 ounces. Actually, no, it was 9.5 ounces just for the skull itself. It was another 1.5 ounces for the light bulb, which remember I said to you, that's really weird because the total of the skull is 9.5 ounces. But anyway.
Oh, cheese. It has a brain of cheese.
It's a cheese head?
Yeah.
Okay, let's send it to Wisconsin.
It's a corn ball.
So
Cheese ball.
yeah. Well, not everything can be a success, but everything is a learning experience. So there's that. Look at this. Check this out though. Okay. Because I put the light bulb right behind the eye sockets. Turn the light off. I really need to get that light on a remote control, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you are my remote control.
Wow.
Look at that.
Nice. That looks cool. I have some commentary to volunteer.
Uh-oh.
I think
She has some voluntary commentary. You think?
I think that it is a success depending on how you define success. Because if you were trying to make the perfect light bulb idea skull,
No.
no. But you were trying to make a new skull make that we haven't done before that glows in the dark. Ta-da!
So there is a way to look at everything in a positive light.
Success!
Success.
You did it!
This is why I keep the kid around. No, I'm just kidding. There are so many other reasons.
Oh, you are my remote control.
Anyway, thanks for joining us here on Skull Sunday. I'm gonna try better next month. I'm gonna try for a success next month. That
You did get a success!
a bigger and better a success on all levels. How's that?
All
That would be
levels?
yeah. Okay, I will say this successfully. The glitter suspended throughout in all, everywhere. It's everywhere. So the glitter was a success. The glow is a success. The shape on the inside of the skull, not so much.
But the fact that it is a skull
Is a success. Yes. Okay. So
Question. There are lots of bubbles.
there are no bubbles. There's not a single bubble. Look at that.
Good job, Mama!
Thank you for joining us here in the game room. I had fun. I hope you did too. We are going to try for a 100% success rate next month. But in the meantime, come join us here next Thursday, where I have no idea what we're doing, but whatever it is, we will endeavor to make it fun. In the meantime, don't forget to play. See you soon. Bye. Don't forget to check out the playlist below.
Yay!